Video games. They're fun, right? But what if they could be more fun? I mean, think about it. There's only so many dozen hours you can spend hunting disgusting monsters and evil creatures and romancing fair maidens. I mean, what if you get bored? If only there was a type of game, within a game, that you could play to keep the experience fresh. Oh. Well, would you look at that? Did you know the first ever minigame in a game was actually in the original Final Fantasy on the NES and still exists in nearly every version of the game to date? It's called the 15 Puzzle minigame and is accessible after you obtain your ship and requires you to organize 15 squares into numerical order by sliding the squares around in order to earn various prizes. By today's standards, this is a pretty poo-poo minigame. So what counts as a minigame nowadays? Well, for me, it's a game within a game, not a mechanic. While doing research for this video, so many people suggested lockpicking from Skyrim. That's a mechanic, guys. It's not a game. You have to do it to progress so it doesn't count. No, a minigame is something like karaoke in Yakuza, which has its own mechanics and sense of progression, separate from the rest of the gameplay loop. So, seeing as there's some confusion out there about what is and isn't considered a minigame, I thought I'd make this top, however many games I've chosen list to discuss some of the best and possibly some of the worst, depending on who you ask, minigames in gaming, and what makes them so good in the first place. Also, this list isn't in any particular order, but I'm going to start things off with Snowballing from Breath of the Wild. Oh, like there wasn't already enough to do. You've got a literal demon to stop, but sure, let's take time out of my already packed schedule to help this guy build a new town, or help every single helpless moron in this town in order to get your hands on the precious. There's too much to do in Breath of the Wild, but because the game never holds your hand and leads you directly to any of it, stumbling across all of these activities feels like stumbling across buried treasure. I've chosen to focus on Snowballing for no other reason than I found it very late in my playthrough when I believed I had seen everything there was to see. It's pretty basic as far as mechanics go, just push the ball down the hill and watch it go. Oh, Ganon's bollocks. I actually find it rather addicting.
Link.
I'm coming, Zelda, just one more go, I swear. It's a distraction, nothing more, and it's not nearly as complex as other minigames in this list, but it's pretty great. Yay, I did it. Phew, what a day. I think I'll relax for the evening with some nice, honest poker. That'll teach you to look at my cards. Compared to the rest of the gameplay, poker in Red Dead Redemption 2 is quite a relaxing and immersive experience, especially thanks to the ability to view the game entirely in first person. The rain pouring down outside, the sounds of horses and civilians in the distance going about their day.
World don't need no more
Decent way to pass.
Farmers ain't men.
It feels like you're actually there. Ugh, when was the last time you had a wash, man? I do think as a game I prefer Liar's Dice from the original Red Dead, but that's largely due to, well, you know.
Bootstrap belt, you're a liar, and you will spend an eternity on this ship. Feel free to go ashore. The better next time we make boat.
But as an experience, Red Dead 2 nails every aspect of playing poker in a dusty saloon. Red Dead 2 is jam-packed with content and even has an incredible online mode, which I've played some of. But a lot of the content involves toxic masculinity, I mean guns. Whether that's hunting or playing the main missions, I've never even made it halfway through this dull and dreary mess. So optional activities like poker really add some necessary variety to the game. Now this is more like it. Oh, do you mind? Perhaps not something everyone would consider a minigame, but as far as I'm aware, you never need to do it to progress the main story, meaning it's a choice to let this nutjob religious cult run rampant while I focus on breaking my bass record. And for anyone who dares say this is boring, you're telling me that a 50-hour game with the gameplay loop of go to base, kill enemies, claim base, and repeat until the game is over isn't boring? This is every Ubisoft game now, by the way, not just this one. Oh, I think we can handle a bit of fishing. To Ubisoft's credit, they managed to create a genuinely beautiful environment to explore and live in, but ruined it immediately by plastering a country's worth of enemies everywhere. I just want to look at the sunset. What was I? Oh yes, fishing. It's fine, I guess. Who doesn't like tennis? Well, me, actually. But I do like it in GTA 5. Maybe because it's so surreal watching Michael and Trevor battle out their relationship trauma on the court, I don't know. It's also a great distraction with friends, although I don't have any. And when this game came out all the way back in 2013, Jesus Christ, I'd never seen a minigame quite so in-depth that existed within an already quite substantial game. And in a game where all you do is drive places and ruin families, it's a welcome break from the carnage. Who said video games have to be violent to be fun?
Fuck motherfuckers, all of you.
The Holo Tapes in Fallout 4 are one of my favourite distractions next to base building, which you could also argue is a minigame. As I'm pretty sure, unless you pick the Minutemen, it's entirely optional. Both the Holo Tapes and the base building mechanic do something quite wonderful that I wish more games would do.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Whew. They encourage exploration. Base building requires resources that you acquire by wandering the wasteland and hoarding junk like the kleptomaniac you are. And in order to actually play any holotapes, you have to find them. Where are they? Fuck knows, so good luck. They're not the most in-depth minigames ever, but the joy of finding a tape randomly on one of your excursions is unmatched. Considering most of Fallout is go here, kill things, get more ammo to kill even more things, these holotapes are actually a really nice change of pace, and for me at least, they pique my curiosity enough to make me want to go exploring for more. Gwent could have been its own main quest, where Geralt travels the land in search of the most powerful Gwent deck to battle the Emperor and secure his freedom. I mean, who wouldn't play that? Considering the standout feature of The Witcher 3 are its side quests and characters, no.
Then fuck off.
I don't think anyone would have minded. I've beaten the main quest twice now, and while I adore this game with all my heart, I don't think it's the strongest main story I've ever experienced. My biggest problem with open world games is how flat the worlds tend to feel. Yes, they're big, but I never feel like I'm actually exploring an actual world. I feel like I'm just heading to destinations to fulfill a quest before moving on again, without having any chance to experience or live in the areas I'm being sent to. It's one of the reasons I love The Last of Us, and why to this day it's the only game that's ever made me feel like I was traversing through an actual world. Because you arrive somewhere, are faced with an inciting incident that forces you to be trapped there for a while, searching for supplies to help you fight another day, and you must accomplish a goal in said location before you are able to leave, thus making every area memorable and important to the player. This is where Gwent really improves The Witcher 3. While it's not overly complicated to acquire cards by any means, it does mean you have to explore the cities and villages, talking to merchants and innkeeps, all with the hopes they might have a missing card to add to your deck. It really encourages you to slow down and drink in the world design. On top of that, some Gwent cards have to be won, and if you find yourself losing a few games in a row, you can take a breather, check out the notice boards, and complete a quest or bounty in that area, or even go hunting for flowers and fauna to craft better potions to make the game easier, until you feel ready to try Gwent again. Gwent actually made me feel more like I was living in the world, like I was part of it and not just passing through. The game itself, while not for everyone, is really fun and also weirdly meta, with all of the cards being based on characters within the world. I guess it kind of makes sense as some of the characters are well known, like Geralt and Emir and Dandelion, and honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. There's something really satisfying and genuinely quite exciting about finding new cards or taking time to build the perfect deck. It's also refreshing to not be the hero for a change, and questing for no other purpose than to improve both your deck and your card playing skills is a good enough reason for me. Okay, I think I'll leave it there for now. I have been so busy playing minigames for this video, I forgot to live my actual life. And hopefully this video has cleared up any confusion you may have had about minigames. And you know, if you think I'm wrong, feel free to let me know in the comments. I sure do love hate comments. Well, wasn't that fun? If you enjoyed the video, maybe consider subscribing. I'm going to be making a lot more videos like this. You can also find me on Twitch. There's a link somewhere, maybe on my channel banner or something like that. You can join me at Twitch, where I play a lot of these games that I turn into videos. And also leave a like and comment telling me your favorite mini games and whether you agree with anything in this video or not. It's your life, man. I don't care. I care immensely.